Is imagining your doctor saying you are well actually keeping you sick? My name is Mr. 2020. This is the Power of Imagination podcast, where we explore one thing and one thing only, the wonder-working power of the human imagination as taught by Neville Goddard and explored by me in Victoria for decades. So, is imagining your doctor saying you're well actually keeping you sick or making it worse? Oh, dear God. You see, a lot of people are imagining lab results. I go to my doctor on Tuesday, 20. Will you imagine for me that I get good news? You get it? There's the problem. You're in orbit around the problem. You're trying to avoid pain. You're putting your life on hold, and you can't help but experience hesitation. Those just stack up, don't they? And what happens is that becomes a pattern, and it starts to show up everywhere. And we want you to avoid that. We want you to stop that at all costs. So you don't need lab results. What you need is real life experience. So I'm chatting with a client, and she basically says to me, by the way, this has happened way more than once, and it's so damn cool. Hey, will you imagine that I got good news? And what I always say is something like, I will imagine your friends happy and smiling, and you happy about them smiling. Now, I want you to notice something here. What do you think I'm talking about? Because I'm probably not talking about what you think. See, I'm imagining your friends happy and smiling because of the way you're living life. Not because you got a good test result. There's a PowerPoint here. There's a twist that you got to get. So back when I had a hip problem, I had a massive hip problem. I was taking painkillers every day, just ibuprofens, but a lot of them for a long time. They say that's not good. I had me a walking stick. I actually had 2 walking sticks, right? Just in case. I was wearing out those little rubber tips at the end. God, I could tell you where to get them for the cheapest price here in Australia. Because I needed them. Right? I was always wearing the damn things out. And when I got done with that, I imagined Kung Fu King. Because when I was a youngin', right? When I was a sickly youngin', and I was worried I'd never get to kiss a girl, much less the speedy girl, and I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I imagined being a black belt Kempo karate. But at the same time, the scoliosis specialist said, you got scoliosis, you're going to be a cripple in a wheelchair in your 20s. You're going to need braces. Right? And I'm imagining being a Kempo black belt. Still haven't made it to a wheelchair, still don't have any braces. I've had my ups and downs. I've got beat to death, all that good stuff. That was good fun. But I digress. So with my hip, December 25th, 2023, right, I imagine Kung Fu King fighting fit. What that feels like. I made an identity shift. This is really important. I made an identity shift where I was playing with Kung Fu again, maybe even teaching it. Considering I couldn't really walk or stand without a stick, I avoided staircases at all costs, right? So here's what happened. I imagined my friends. I imagined strangers happy and smiling, admiring what I do, looking up to me saying, that's pretty cool shit. Where'd you learn that is? What exactly is it? Right? Interested, curious. Can I buy you a coffee? Right? Nobody bought me a coffee when I was a cripple with a cane. And I'm just saying, I'll use the wrong words because that's what I was. But the Kung Fu King, people want to talk to me about it. So this is not about the test results. This is about the tango of your life. And the tango of your life is determined by who you are choosing to be. So when I imagine your friends happy and smiling for you, that has nothing to do with your diagnosis, your potential diagnosis, your test, your doctor. It has everything to do with the tango of your life. And this is how I invite you to imagine for yourself and others too. Because if you're imagining relief from the problem, you're never getting to the relief of possession. And can you tell I'm possessed by being the Kung Fu King? Right? Happy loving teacher, happy loving husband, happy loving puppy dad. I'm not imagining a relief from a problem or a confirmation that their problem is no more. I'm exploring the wonderful world of possibility. Dive deeper, soar higher. My name is Mr. 2020. and I invite you to go into the silence. From Neville Goddard's Four Mighty Ones, we always begin with the producer. Wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool to be Kung Fu King? I'm not trying to solve a problem there, but I tell you, they all think I got a hip replacement. It's great fun. Yeah, I don't. I haven't. I had a replacement of what matters, identity. And I invite you to explore with us identity-based manifesting. Dive deeper, soar higher. Have a great day. See ya.